On the 6th of July 2024, the alliance of the Sahel States, comprising Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, held the first Heads of States Extraordinary Summit in Niamey, the capital of Niger, where they signed a common defense pact that they had earlier announced on September 16, 2023. During this summit, the revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, delivered an electrifying speech for the freedom of Africa that has never been heard in the continent. Ibrahim Traore's speech was so powerful that it overshadowed the extraordinary summit of the ECOWAS that started on Sunday 7th of July in Abuja. Speaking firmly, Ibrahim sent out a strong warning to the imperialists and their puppets in Africa. "We will wage a war without mercy to the last drop of blood for anyone who dares to attack our states," Ibrahim echoed, as the jubilant crowds cheered him up. This video is an English version summary of his speech during this summit. Please remember to support the channel by subscribing if you are new here and hitting the notification bell so that you get notified every time we release a video. Also, don't forget to like and share this video so it can reach as many Black people as possible around the world. This is the time for Africa to shine. Now let's get started. This summit was indeed an extraordinary summit, unlike other summits by other regional blocs like African Union, ECOWAS, and IGAD. The alliance of the Sahel States summit was not only limited to the heads of state, but rather open to a sizable number of the members of the public of Niamey to witness the signing and the pre-signing discussions. This signified the good intentions of the pact as compared to many other pacts by corporations like the African Union, IGAD, EAC, ECOWAS, and so forth, where the heads of states lock themselves in conference centers and sign pacts that are confidential to themselves. Yet they are intended to serve the common citizens of their countries. In his opening remarks, President Ibrahim Traore thanked the people of Niger for the warm welcome accorded to the heads of state of Mali and Burkina Faso in Niamey, and for always standing up despite the suffering they faced. Ibrahim Traore recognized the people of Niger as brothers and sisters as he echoed, I quote, "You are more than neighbors. You are our brothers. You are our sisters because brotherhood goes beyond friendship or neighborhood. We have the same blood that flows in our veins." Ibrahim went ahead to affirm to the jubilant congregations the fact that the blood of those who have always fought for African independence and liberalization flows in the blood of the three heads of state of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. He said, "In our veins flows the blood of those valiant warriors who fought and reserved this land that we call Mali, Burkina, and Niger. In our veins flows the blood of those valiant warriors who helped the whole world get rid of Nazism and many other plagues. In our veins flows the blood of those valiant warriors who were forcefully taken from Africa to Europe, America, Asia, or elsewhere to build these states during slavery. In our veins flows the blood of worthy men, robust men, standing men. Because of this, let's be proud and grateful for being descendants of the alliance of the Sahel States." President Traore said Africa had suffered and continues to suffer because of imperialists who think Africa is an empire of slaves and that Africa belongs to them. He further said the imperialists think African minerals, land, and resources all belong to them. He brilliantly went ahead to give the congregation some brief history of how African exploitation all started. He said the colonial masters had lied the African that a miracle of independence had occurred in the 60s, yet they left behind puppet leaders whom they continue to use for a sustained control of Africa. In his words, I quote, "They have no other purpose than to seek to live like the master, to satisfy the master, and to do everything that the master dictates to them. They steal, they plunder our states. They take everything to the master and their wealth is kept with the master. They do everything to live like the master and always satisfy him. When the master commands, they execute." Do you know who these puppets are? Ibrahim posed a question to the jubilant congregations. Ibrahim lashed out at African puppets who work with the colonialists to plunder Africa. Speaking with composure, he described the puppets as individuals who have no dignity, morals, and personality. and are always ready to betray their brothers to satisfy the master. They have betrayed us since independence, and others continue to betray us to the benefit of their master. These individuals continue against all odds to plunder Africa, to help the master plunder Africa, he roared. Traore wondered why economic polls conducted yearly showed Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger were ranked as the poorest countries. Yet the French did not want to leave these countries when they were asked to. Ibrahim Traore urged the people of the Sahel states to open their eyes and stand up for their rights. Citing that for 40 years, Niger had supplied uranium to France to power her nuclear plants that provide sufficient lighting in the streets of Paris, while the street of Niamey were in darkness. Ibrahim Traore highlighted the fact that African soils are full of numerous minerals, yet there is no single access road and social facility to such places, where the imperialists supported by puppet Africans were exploiting the resources. He said such behaviors by the imperialists were the major reasons the Sahel states decided to revolt, taking the matters of their states to their own hands. Ibrahim Traore blamed the increasing insurgency in the Sahel region to actions of sabotage by the imperialists, following his and his counterparts from Niger and Mali's refusal of requests by the imperialist powers to join the puppet gangs of African leaders who have been ruling Africa for generations. In his words, he said, "They approached us and asked us to enter the ranks to be part of the elite that must lead Africa, because they have an elite form and trend that must be followed, that are embedded in this chain. We refused to enter their ranks, and from then on the hostilities began. They made several mercenaries deformers agents to come down to the Sahel to lead barbaric, cowardly attacks against our people, hoping to break us so we can give up to their exploitation." Ibrahim Traore also noted that apart from the cowardly and barbaric attacks on the people of the Sahel countries, the imperialists and their puppet allies had orchestrated communication attacks packed with manipulation and disinformation to break the spirit of sovereignty and liberalization of the Sahel states. He was, however, grateful to the people of the Sahel countries, whom he said had understood all these tactics of the imperialists and were standing with the three leaders. That is Assimi Goïta of Mali, Umar Tachiani of Niger, and Traore of Burkina Faso. I quote, "The people of the Sahel have understood that we will never be able to manipulate them again. They know where they come from, they know what they do, and they know where they are going. We will no longer allow this. People are awake and people are fighting today, not for ourselves, but for future generations." Ibrahim Traore assured the populations of the Sahel region that the alliance of the Sahel states is ready to fight for true independence and freedom of their people and Africa at large, adding that the imperialists have three tools in their hands that they use to intimidate the Sahel countries: democracy, human rights, and freedom. Ibrahim wondered how the imperialists were the ones dictating to African people what values are and how they should be applied, saying that the Sahel countries had decided to take responsibility for their people, and that was why, according to him, Burkina Faso and Mali decided to defend Niger from the puppets of ECOWAS, whom they believed were being pushed by the imperialists, trying to regain control over the Sahel countries. In his words, I quote, "Very well, we have decided to take responsibility. This is why on June 26, 2023, when Niger decided to turn the page, you got a message. The puppets and their masters got on their horses. They put aside their local values and decided to wage a war against the people of Niger. We therefore said anyone who dares to take up arms against Niger will face us, because we will wage a war without mercy to the last drop of blood for anyone who dares to attack our states." Ibrahim Traore assured the citizens of Niger, "The decision the three Sahel states had taken to enter the defense pact will be there today, tomorrow, and forever, seeming awakening the dreams of true African revolutionaries like Patrice Lumumba, Kwame Nkrumah, Thomas Sankara, Menelik II, and many others." Adding that the Sahel countries were considering to expand the pact beyond defense to include areas of infrastructure, education, health, finance, and economy and better service delivery for the people of Sahel States. Ibrahim Traore is a true definition of the biblical King David, a leader God chosen to save the people, as he drew to the end of his speech. He urged all the leaders to do whatever they did with one common interest in their minds: their people first. As he said in his words, I quote, "May God illuminate each and every one of us. May God inspire us in the tasks entrusted to us. And above all, when we do all our work, may we only have one thing in mind: the supreme interest of our populations." As he closed his speech, he thanks the soldiers of the 3 Sahel countries for the efforts and fights they were undertaking to liberate their countries from insurgents and imperialism. We are dedicating this video to Ibrahim Traore for his exemplary leadership. If you believe Ibrahim is a good example and deserves the support of all African people to fully liberate Africa, like this video and comment. Long live Ibrahim Traore, long live the Sahel, long live Africa. We are looking for 1 million likes and 1 million views. Share this video till we reach the target. A point of reminder: this channel is fully African. We only use AI to generate audio narrations. Do not be deceived by imperialist propagandists who do not love this channel to think it is some European channel. No, this is Africa Digital Library. For more information, you can visit our website, that is www.africadigitalibrary.com, or contact editorial@africadigitalibrary.com. Long live the supporters of this channel. Long live Sahel region. Long live Ibrahim Traore. Long live Africa.